When the ship first tore through the clouds of Zharath Prime, I thought I was dreaming. The storm above the alien world was violet, not blue, not red, but an unnatural electric shade that hummed through my skull. I'd seen plenty of worlds in my time as a cargo pilot, but none that vibrated with life like this one. The lightning didn't strike. It flowed sideways across the sky like a living circuit. My name's Elias Varen, former officer of the Terran frontier. I was supposed to be delivering mineral samples to the outer colonies until my ship was shot down by something the size of a mountain. When I woke up, my arms were in magnetic restraints, and I was surrounded by towering alien guards clad in obsidian armor that shimmered like liquid night. And that's when I saw her. The Warlord of Zharath, known across 3 galaxies as Valkyra, was not what I expected. I thought she'd be some kind of monster, fanged, reptilian, maybe cybernetic. But she wasn't. She looked almost human. Her skin carried a subtle silver glow like moonlight trapped under the surface. Her hair floated slightly as if gravity didn't fully apply to her. And her eyes, crystalline and burning violet, pierced through me as if she could see every lie I'd ever told. "You trespass," she said, her voice melodic but sharp. "Do you know whose orbit you violated, human?" I swallowed hard. "Judging by the decor," I muttered, glancing at the black banners etched with sigils. "I'm guessing royalty?" A ripple of laughter went through the alien guards. Valkyra didn't laugh. She simply tilted her head, considering me like a puzzle piece that didn't fit anywhere. "Take him to the chamber," she said softly, and that's how my nightmare began. Middle. The Chamber of Truth arrives. Chamber turned out to be a cross between a throne room and an interrogation cell. Massive pillars of dark crystal pulsed with energy, and symbols crawled across the walls like living light. They strapped me to a chair made of the same metal as her armor. It seemed to drink the warmth from my skin. Valkyra stood a few feet away, her hands behind her back, eyes fixed on me. "Your kind has entered Zarathian space before," she said. "Always with weapons. Always with lies. Why should I believe you are different?" I tried to steady my breathing. "Because I'm not military anymore. I'm a pilot. I haul rocks and fuel. That's it." Her expression didn't change. "And yet you carry coded Terran data drives." My stomach sank. "She had my ship's cargo." "Of course she did." She stepped closer. The air shimmered faintly around her as if her body radiated a magnetic field. "What are these drives for?" "They're geological data," I said quickly. "You can check them." "I did," she replied. "They are encrypted." I looked at her, realizing too late what that meant. The Terran Authority had slipped something extra into my cargo. "I didn't know." "Lies," she cut in. She touched the side of the chair, and energy surged through it. I gasped as pain raced up my arms and into my skull. Not electricity, but something deeper, like my memories were being rearranged. When it stopped, she leaned close enough for me to see faint scars tracing her neck, old healed wounds. She whispered, "You carry the same arrogance as your generals." I met her gaze, trembling but defiant. "If I'm going to die, at least tell me your name." That made her pause. Her eyes softened, slightly. "I am Valkyra," she said. "Daughter of the First Flame, Warlord of Zharath Prime." She turned to leave, her long silver hair catching the dim light. And that's when I said it, the stupidest thing I've ever said in my life. I joked, "You'd make a cute wife." The room froze. The guards looked at me like I had just declared war. Valkyra turned her head slowly, her expression unreadable. For a second, I thought I saw amusement in her eyes. Then she smiled, not kindly, but like a predator. She dismissed the guards with a single wave of her hand. The door slid shut behind them, sealing us in the violet gloom. Then she walked to the door controls and locked it. The confrontation. Locked in with the warlord. "Do you find your situation amusing, human?" she asked, her tone smooth as glass. I swallowed hard. "Just trying to lighten the mood? You joke about bonding with a warlord of my kind?" she asked. "You do not even comprehend what that means." She circled me, her armor softly clinking, her energy field humming against the air. "In Zharathian culture," she said, "to call one a potential mate is not a jest. It is a vow, a challenge." I blinked. "What?" She stopped behind me. I could feel her presence. The heat, the strange magnetic hum. "A challenge," she repeated. "You claim affection for one above your station. Prove it or die." I almost laughed until I saw that she wasn't joking. "You're serious," I said. Her expression didn't change. "Completely." She pressed a glowing sigil on the wall, and my restraints released. My body slumped forward, aching, but I was free. "Prove your words," she said. "If you truly meant them, survive the night." Trial of the warlord. They led me, or rather she did, through a labyrinth of corridors filled with humming alien machinery. Giant reactors pulsed beneath transparent floors. Energy flowed like rivers beneath my feet. We entered a vast arena carved from obsidian crystal. The air crackled. In the center stood a strange creature, a beast made of shadow and fire, chained to the floor by glowing bands. "This is a Morvath beast," Valkara said. "It was born from the storms that shaped this world. You survive it, and perhaps I will believe your words." "You're kidding." "I do not kid, human," she said flatly. "Fight!" The chains released with a metallic shriek. The creature roared, a sound like 1,000 engines screaming at once. It lunged, claws tearing across the floor. I dove to the side, grabbing a fallen spear from one of the stands. I didn't know how to use it, but survival didn't leave room for hesitation. The fight blurred into chaos. Fire, shadows, the creature's molten eyes. I used the spear to deflect one blow, rolled under another. Every breath felt like fire in my lungs. Then I remembered something. Zharathian energy tech resonated with specific frequencies. If the crystals in the arena walls were real, maybe. I stabbed the spear into the ground, striking the crystal base. The energy flared, sending a shock wave through the beast. It shrieked, convulsed, and dissolved into vapor. I collapsed, panting. Valkara approached, eyes glimmering. "Impressive," she murmured. "You learn quickly." "Guess I have a good teacher," I said between breaths. She tilted her head, curious. "You are strange for a Terran." "I get that a lot." For the first time, I saw something like a smile cross her lips, faint, fleeting, but real. The reveal, the warlord's truth over. The following days, I wasn't executed. Instead, I was studied. Valkara questioned me, observed me, and even walked with me through her citadel. She wasn't just a warlord, she was a ruler, scientist, and soldier rolled into one. Every decision she made balanced life and death. And I started to see the cracks in her armor, the isolation, the exhaustion, the ghosts she hid behind her cold eyes. One night I asked, "Why fight the Terrans? You have everything here." She was silent for a long time. Then she said, "Because your kind destroyed what we loved most." She touched a crystal panel, projecting an image, a lush green world, burning in Terran bombardment fire. Zharath's sister planet, Valara IV, my home. I realized then that the scars on her neck weren't from battle. They were from survival. "I lost my family there," she whispered. "My mate, my child." The air between us shifted. I didn't know what to say, so I said nothing. But she looked at me, and I could tell she saw my guilt, even though I wasn't the one who'd done it. The turning point, the lock and the vow weeks passed. I became not quite a prisoner, not quite free. The guards no longer watched me. Vial Kara often summoned me to her private chambers, to talk, to debate, sometimes just to sit in silence. One evening, the twin moons rose over Zharath, casting silver light through her chamber window. She stood there, unarmored for the first time, dressed in flowing metallic silk. "You have changed since you came here," she said softly. "So have you," I replied. "You smile now," she almost laughed. "Do not mistake it for weakness." "I wouldn't dare," I said with a grin. She turned to face me fully, her expression unreadable. "Elias," she said, "when you called me a cute wife, did you mean it?" The question caught me completely off guard. I hesitated, then nodded slowly. "Yeah, I meant it." For a moment she looked away. Then she stepped closer. Close enough that I could feel the strange energy radiating from her skin. "Then understand this," she whispered. "Among my kind, those words are sacred. To bind is to trust. To trust is to share your essence." I didn't fully understand, but I nodded anyway. She reached for my hand and pressed it to a crystal on the wall. The room glowed with blinding violet light. I felt a surge of warmth and static course through my veins. Symbols appeared on my wrist, burning faintly before settling into glowing silver patterns. "What did you do?" I gasped. "You invoked the vow of Zharath," she said. "Our lives are now intertwined." I looked at the markings, alien but somehow familiar. "So, what does that mean?" She smiled. That same unsettling smile she had the first day we met. "It means if you betray me, I will know." The invasion. Betrayal among stars. Just when I began to think I could live with her, the sky fell. Terran warships appeared in orbit, hundreds of them. The Frontier Command had found me through my ship's distress beacon. They wanted me back, but they didn't come to rescue. They came to conquer. Explosions rocked the citadel. Crystals shattered, alarms blared. Vial Kara stood on the command deck,